Next up, it'd be nice to add the ability to search across your activities. So, for example, like searching the description or searching for all activities that you've tagged as either being difficult or a long run, something like that. And I know one way, or at least one easy way to do that is with the Ransack gem. So we'll use that. So let's go ahead and do bundle, add, I'm gonna copy and paste the name here, Ransack, and run that. So that installed. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't really think there's too much to do. We just need to use this special parameter here. But before I actually do that, what I really want to do is I want to set up a new fixture. And let's just do, we'll do like confirmed user with searchable activities. And this is just so we can have both a test case and, well, we're going to use this fixture to isolate our tests and also local development. Again, this is just personal preference, but I kind of like doing this. So the next thing we want to do is go into activities. Let's just do so we got that. I just need to make sure I cross-reference the name. So we'll do confirmed user with searchable activity. Let's do 1. And then for here, I'm gonna put a colon there. So let's do, I'm gonna make sure we reference this user. So the date we can do time.zone.now. Hours, minutes, and seconds. All this we can keep random. But what I really care about is, so for difficulty, let's do easy. And I kind of want to just, and so we have difficulty, then what else do we have? Category. Right, so category is right here. And I actually kind of forgot what we even had for categories. So we had run is there. So what I want to do is just make like a few of these, and let's do different dates. So maybe like 1.month ago. That can all be random. That can still be miles. I don't think I'm going to search against the unit. Difficulty. Let's do moderate. We'll do long run here. And then we'll do the workout for the category, and then difficulty will be hard. Let's do 1 month from now. Let's just set it in the future. And let's go ahead and add our last one here. So the category, I think the category is the only thing we want to change here. Let's do race. We can keep that as hard. 1 month from now. How about one year ago? We'll do that. And this should be good enough. We have enough sample data, although I would also like to search across some of the text here. So what I'll do is, let's do confirmed user with a searchable activity text. So this is going to set up the active. This is how you do a fixture for action text. So I can't actually go to, I can't go in here and I can't do like, what do we actually call our action tag? So I can't do like description and then write it in here. That's because the rich text column or table is actually, it's a separate table. So what I'll do here is I'll just associate it with this fixture, and the class name is activity. The name of that particular column is description, and actually I'll just leave that because I want to see if I can search across, like if the search will account for the HTML or not. So that's good. But let's go ahead and clear this out. Rails DB fixtures load. That way we can log in as this user and kind of poke around and use the sample data we set up to kind of isolate the functionality, and we can also write tests for this. So let's log in with that test user we just made. So we need to use this email. And when we log in, we should see all of that very specific sample data. So view my activities. Yeah, we get easy, moderate, hard, and then we get all these different categories here. And one of these I actually gave it a description, and I think if I go in here and click edit, it should, yep, so that's good. So the description's in there. So now let's try to quickly build out this search form. So the first thing we want to do is we want to use this new Q instance variable, and that will represent the query. So we actually want to do current user.activities.ransack. Then there'll be this new Q param that gets passed into the URL through the search form. That will get, and that will Ransack will take that and query against records that match that query. And then since we have activities here, I think what we do is, so we do q.result distinct true, and I think we still wrap that in pagey. So q.result distinct true, and then we still keep activities here. Let's just see if this breaks. Alright, so that's good. Now we want to go ahead and add some type of form that we can actually search with. I'm just going to copy this, and we'll go to the index. Let's go at the top of the page. Well, actually, let's just make a new file, a new partial for this. So search form, paste that in there, and if we go back to the index, we should be able to just do render search form. Okay, so this is loaded. It's just we don't have some of these columns. So for example, we don't have a name column on our record. So the way this works is, like, let's say we had a name column. You would do name, and then that means like name contains. So search if the name field contains. So basically you have these like predicates that go after the name of the column. So we can remove this because we don't have these. Let's start with, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this because we need to do like select lists for the difficulty and whatnot, and I want to actually reference the form that we already built to save some time. So let's just do like difficulty here. So I think we actually want to do difficulty, and then I think we want to do like, I want to check the predicates here, because we want to do difficulty equals. And I want to see what these predicates are. Okay, so equal. So I think we want to do difficulty equals, and then difficulty equals here. And I think we can keep this the way it is. We'll find out in a second. Let's get rid of that. And real quick, I'm just gonna style this form while I'm in here. Just give this a class of button and button primary. Let's go and refresh this. So let's do hard. I don't know if this is actually gonna work yet, but there's 2 runs that we said are hard. Let's see if this does anything. So this worked, but for some reason it reset it to easy, which I don't know why. So that's not it. Yeah, it looks like no matter what, it results, it goes to easy. So I think difficulty equals, I wonder if I just put in that number. So what's happening up here is, actually one way to show this is if I go into the application layout. So we can debug the params, so I can kind of show you what's going on here. So we have this Q parameter for the query, and we're passing in the difficulty equals moderate here, but I could also just like go into this and like put in like the number 1. Oh, okay, and it looks like it needs to actually be the integer, because at the database level we're saving the values for the difficulty as integers. We're not actually saving them as strings. So if I do like 0, what is 0? 0 is easy, 1 is moderate, so that must mean 2 is hard. Okay, so this is working, and you can see here difficulty equals 2. So this search form is working. The problem is we just need to wire it up differently. I'm probably going to keep this in here because I kind of like that. So what do we want to do here? Activity.difficulties.keys. So I like that we're keeping the humanized version in here. What I don't, I'm just gonna throw arrays in here. Maybe we can poke around with this because I just want to get the integer, and I know there's like probably a few ways to do that. Activity difficulty, don't use that keys. Okay, so Ruby has this array with index method that I can call on an array. So what I did in here, before I went too far and like added it to my code base, I wonder if I can zoom in on this a little bit. So what I did was I'm looping over all the activity keys, but now I'm doing each with index, which gives me access to not only the key, but the index. So now we can do 0 is easy, 1 is moderate, 2 is hard. So this is sweet, this is what we want. So I can copy and paste that. And I should be able to go in here, use that. Let's get rid of this raise. Zoom out a bit, but now if I do, let's just, and actually before, let's do a reset here. So how about link to reset activities path. So this was actually just a link to the activities path page. So it resets it. So if I do hard, search that. Okay, cool. And as it persists, do moderate, moderate, easy, easy. So that's good. I should actually probably do a, I'll probably want to do a blank value in here. Collection select, maybe prompt true. So I can throw a fit. Okay. So if I do search, okay. And the reason we want to add a prompt in here is because if we don't, it'll include whatever value is automatically selected for other searches. So say I'm just searching for like workouts and I didn't have this prompt here, it's going to search for workouts that are also easy. So the more fields you have, it kind of combines them all into one query. I might actually change that from difficulty equals to just difficulty. Now these should match because if I click on the label, it should highlight this. So those need to match, but I can change what the actual text says. That's just a semantic thing. So now that we have a good working state for this, let's change this from difficulty to category, and then I think we can do the same logic but with categories. Save that. Change that to category. Let's do run. So that's good. Let's reset the form. How about other? We didn't have anything, so that's good. Workout. How about workout that was easy? Will that do anything? Nope. And actually, so this is interesting. We have our no results behavior here, but it doesn't actually make sense when we're searching. So let's quickly do. Let's do unless params exists. I'm trying to think. I always want to do like show this unless it's a search query. So params.q. Actually, let's just do a quick raise actually. And just see what comes up. So let's zoom in here a bit. So I just want to do like params q empty. Now let's just do something fake. So I think we're gonna do nil. So let's do if params.q is nil, do this. Otherwise, we'll just say no results. Keep it simple. So now it says no results, so that's pretty sweet. Cool. So that's good. What were the other things that we were searching against? So we want to do, oh, maybe like that the start date or the date in here. Probably want to search against that. So let's see here. We want to do. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do a date time field, but I do want to do probably a date field. So let's just go in here real quick. So date field, and then let's change this to date, but we don't want to do date equals. We want to do, I think, like greater than or less than. So let's see here. So we'll change this to less than or equal. Let's just see if this even works. So oh, that's because I have the comma in there. So date less than or equal to, which means let's do something in, well, you know what, let's do today, but let's do the 20th in 2019, because we have this run that took place a year ago. Okay, so that works. So that's good. And I guess we can just do greater than, that way we can kind of search between runs, right? So what is greater than or equal to? So we'll just swap these out. Refresh the page, do a quick reset. So let's see here. Let's do greater than. So we did a date in the future. So that's today's date. So both of these, yeah, this makes sense. I did greater than or equal to. Let's reset. What's another one? So this July 19th. That could be a good one. So took place in the past, but it's greater than maybe like June 19th. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is working good. Then we can reset it. I'm actually gonna go ahead and let's just commit this. So add simple search form to activities index. The next thing I want to see if I can quickly do is search across the body, but because we're using action text, I think it's a little more complicated, but I'll give it a shot anyways. So let's just do one more form group here, because we don't actually have a column on our table for the description, but let's just see here what happens. So I'm going to do activity description contains, and then this might not even work like off the bat, but let's just see what happens. Yeah, so it doesn't know about the description column because we don't have one, but I know on the, where is it? Action text, there's a body column, so I think I might have to do description underscore body contains. Let's see if that works. No, that does not seem to work. All right, so this video is getting a little long. I might just leave it off here and we can work on this part in the next one.